Hello, everybody, and welcome back to BrokeN Boys. This is episode 129. I am Mike.
I'm Colin.
Yeah.
What's going on?
What's
going on?
It's you know, it's very average weather outside. Rain sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been quite rainy the last couple weeks.
Yeah. But how was sorry? How was your week?
Okay. What's wrong? Are you okay?
I had no idea how to transition in or out of that or make a joke or anything. I was just flailing around.
I mean, there was nothing to transition out of. All I did was ask how they were doing. You know,
how who was doing?
The wonderful viewers, Michael.
Oh, I thought you were asking me how I was doing.
No, I would never do that.
Oh.
Do
yeah. How are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Huh? Okay. All right.
Ooh, controversial.
Do you have a crowd going ooh on your soundboard?
I don't. I should add some stuff into this server since we don't use them with Vincent John, but I can do this.
Alright.
Or maybe
nice.
Maybe they told a little joke. Yeah. Nice. Awesome.
Great.
Well, glad to have you here.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Podcast so good.
Podcast the best. That's what they call us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we should be those NPC TikTokers.
You know what? Yeah, we need to start getting the views up. Maybe we should start doing that.
Podcast so good. Podcast so good.
Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. Podcast so good.
Yeah, got me feeling like a cowgirl.
Whoa, spaceship. I don't know. I don't know.
Roses.
Yeah. Like we're eating them. Roses. Yeah.
Right,
well, it's episode 129. Starting off with a bang. How has your week been, Mr. Colin? Also, wait, what's your profile picture? I didn't even.
It's Carmi from the Bear.
Oh.
He's yelling at the kitchen. You know?
What's he yelling?
He's probably yelling, "Cousin," or fucking get this shit together. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's raw. You know? Lamb sauce.
The lamb sauce. Yeah. I know that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
The Bear is very good.
And yeah, I've had multiple people tell me that I should watch that, so you being one of them.
Yes.
But
you know, my week's been alright. Been working.
I was gonna say, how's the job?
Yeah, dare I say, I kind of like it.
Oh my god!
I might be in the honeymoon phase right now, but like, you know, it keeps me busy. It's pretty fast paced.
I would hope so.
It's it's like, you know, it's like working at the gas station. It was like sometimes you just be sitting there for hours doing nothing.
Yeah.
But at McDick's, you're just like, you're fucking going and going and going most of the time with very few moments like to stall. And even when you're not like taking orders or something, you got a little side project to do. And it's like, this is kind of nice. I mean, it might just be the fact that I've been doing nothing for 2 weeks. as well, but like I don't know, I'm kind of enjoying it so far.
Is it a more comfortable fast pace than your first occupation in a fast food place?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, no, Portillo's ass.
Yeah.
Um, Portillo's was bad. I was in the prep kitchen and it was severely understaffed,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, it was just a lot of work for like two like 16, 17 year olds to do back there
Mm-hmm.
most of the time. Um, but yeah, there's a lot more people working at McDonald's, and you know, people seem more willing to help than any other, well, not maybe any other job, but like it feels more welcoming than most other jobs I've been into.
That's good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's been pretty good. I've just been doing like serving stuff. I've been doing like the front counter,
Mm-hmm.
handing food out the second window, and then today I was on the intercom, taking orders. Um, the one I haven't the only one that I haven't liked as much is the front counter, because that gets real slow.
Mm-hmm.
Because most people just go through the drive-through,
Yeah, or
so it's
order on
like
the kiosk.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like sometimes sitting up there it kind of gets boring, but like you know. Um, I mean, I like started work on Friday,
Mm-hmm.
but like all I did on Friday was learning, or like e-learning and shit like that. And you know, she was like, okay, you're gonna do this stuff, and like just tell me when you're done. And she like didn't. It was like a whole bunch of shit, and I was like, okay, it'll probably take me the 4 hours I'll be here. Um, and I was going through a lot. I was like, I am not gonna get this done.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, hey, she's like, are you done yet? I'm like, no. And she's like, you were going so fast at the beginning. I don't know what happened. And I was like, well, I'm on this part. She's like, oh, you were supposed to stop like 3 sections ago. And I was like, oh, that would have been nice
Yeah.
to know. But yeah, that was fun. So I was just sitting at a table at McDonald's looking at a tablet for 4 hours. Um, but and then for part of that, there was a guy sitting behind me eating, and ooh, I have never heard such vigorous lip smacking.
Like
Uh,
is it a customer or a coworker?
it was a customer.
Okay.
Um, I was just sitting there trying to read, trying to listen to videos, but all I could hear is
It's not coming through, but I can use my imagination.
okay. Well, yeah, it's like chewing with your mouth open, kind of like slurping noises.
Uh-huh.
Um, he was like sucking on his fingers or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was your,
Nice.
and I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Classy.
And then my like I have a coworker, she's an old lady, and she like sits out on the floor and like cleans and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, after he left, she was like, did you hear that guy smacking his lips that whole time? I was like, oh yeah. And she was like, I wanted to fucking say something to him. I was like, yeah, me too. But yeah, fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's been most of my week, really. I mean, I was off Monday and yesterday, so I was, read. I've been reading Oppenheimer still.
Mm-hmm. How far into that are you?
About 400 pages in.
It's pretty good.
So,
It's like 600, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. It's more reading than I've done recreationally in fucking 10 years, probably. So
Yeah. Probably me as well. I don't remember when the last time I recreationally read was.
yeah. Like I used to do it a shit ton, and
Mm.
then I fell off. So
Yeah, I was a big reader.
that was Percy Jackson, Hunger Games.
Oh yeah.
Like those were the days.
Mm.
Speaking of Percy Jackson, they released like a teaser trailer for the first season of the show
Oh.
today, and it looks very good so far. I mean, it was only like 30 seconds, but
I
like
was like,
the clips that it showed,
I was like, this
I
could
mean,
go
it's
either way.
yeah, yeah. I mean, they haven't showed very much of it, but like, I'm excited to see how they adapted. I like who they got for all the gods and demigods and such. So,
Mm.
um, should be good.
Dwayne the Rock
You
Johnson
know.
as Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Exactly. Um, no, actually, that's Lance Redding was is Zeus, who
I recognize that name.
unfortunately you we watched John Wick, right?
We
One and two.
watched. Yes.
Yeah, he was the guy at the front desk of the hotel, the
Oh,
bald
right.
black guy.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. I looked him up.
he died
Mm-hmm.
earlier this year, but yeah, he's Zeus. I don't think they've shown who Poseidon is yet,
Mm-hmm.
but I think Hades. Yeah, I don't know. But Ares is a wrestler that I used to like back when I was like big in wrestling, so
Uh-huh.
that's pretty exciting. um, but yeah, I've just been playing Red Dead still. I finished Arthur's story up, so
Mm-hmm.
good stuff. A little tearjerker at the end there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I listened to Toxicity by System of a Down.
Ooh, interesting.
Uh, yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's like kind of weird, honestly. Like the way in which they sing
Yeah.
is like because it's new metal, so it's like it goes hard. It's kind of like Rage Against the Machine esque in like its political themes and the way in which like the instruments sound and such. But like
Mm-hmm.
the singing is very interesting. Uh, it'll go from like screaming like guttural kind of shit into like nice melodic. It was like a weird juxtaposition
Yeah,
between
I've heard
different songs.
I've heard some songs from them before, and I know their lead singer gets very versatile between
Mhm.
their stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. But I think I have to listen to it another time to really like digest it, just because it's so fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Yeah, it was pretty good. And then I listened to what is the name of it? Unreal Unearth, the new Hozier album that came out today.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, um, it is really fucking good.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
I've only had one full listen through, but I was before I got on the call, I was re-listening to the songs that I remembered really liking, and like it is really fucking good. Hozier's voice is fantastic. The instrumentals are so good. It's like a cool. I think it's. I was reading some album of the year reviews, and somebody said that it was like a concept album that's based on like I think it was Dante's Inferno or something like that.
Oh.
Um, so yeah, it's really fucking good. I mean, honestly, with a couple more listens, it could for me. It's early. I know it just came out today, but like it could be a contender for album of the year for me, honestly.
Dang. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I think you'd really like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm looking at album of the year right now. I see it does have pretty high reviews, especially for like a pop album.
Hmm. Yeah, it's his. I don't know, man. His voice really caught me. And I know he's like known for his fucking voice and shit, but
Mm.
like, really fucking good. Highly recommend
Yeah, I'll have to
you and
check
everyone
that out.
else. Um, yeah, listen to that. But yeah, I mean that's my week really.
Yeah.
How was your week, Michael?
Well, before we get into that, I just wanted to give you some slight bad news. I also was
Oh,
doing some research on that Percy Jackson show, and
mm-hmm.
the Hermes, the god of, I think, speed. He has, those fast boots or whatever.
The messenger god. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's being played by someone else who is really quick with his rhymes and like his raps, Mr. Lin-Manuel
I know.
Miranda.
Oh.
I can't wait for Hermes to
Yeah,
be a rapper.
I forgot that was happening. I remember when that was announced, and I went, "Oh
Oh,
no!"
yeah. I'm just looking through the
um,
cast, and I was like, oh no, there he is.
oh, good. I mean, hey, spoilers for Percy Jackson, but
I don't even remember most of Percy Jackson.
I with Hermes being Luke's dad, I
Mm,
understand why he went evil.
yeah, yeah.
If it's Lin-Manuel Miranda,
I can see how that could happen. Yeah. So maybe it's a good
yeah,
casting.
yeah. I mean, hey, yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah,
Can't wait for that.
just wanted to break the news to you there, I guess.
The one the one musical episode.
Oh gosh, everyone's just Hamilton rapping the whole time. Um, yeah. Anyways, though, my week was
Yeah, your
fine.
week.
It was fine. I went up to Chicago twice, and since we last spoke, so
Oh, oh
yeah.
my.
So on Saturday, my mom had extra tickets to go up to the Sox game, White Sox, in Chicago.
Cool.
They're facing the Brewers, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, well, my parents had already bought tickets to go there themselves. But then through my mom's work, they got like 6 extra tickets, like pretty much in the
Yeah.
same section that they already had tickets for, which is kind of crazy in a big stadium like that. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so I was trying to pawn off tickets to whoever would maybe want to go, or if they wanted people to go, because if my friends weren't going, I'm definitely not going to go to a sporting event. um, but
Yeah.
um, but it ended up just being me and my friend Vanessa, because my other friends were either busy or were uninterested, and I was like, okay, that's all right, we'll do that. So we took the train up there, and that drops off like basically right at the stadium, and all that. It was pretty fun, live sporting event. Even though I'm not big into sports, live sporting events do have a level of excitement and just kind of immersion to them. They're not too bad. Um, and yeah, the game itself was pretty fun. Nothing. It got a little close at the end, so there was some, I guess, tension. I didn't even know who I was rooting for, but um, you know, there's still some palpable
Those
tension in the
socks, right?
crowd.
Those socks.
It probably should have been, but my family are Brewers fans, so
Ooh.
boo boo, yeah.
You know what's funny?
What's funny?
My 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 dad, stepmom, brother, and stepbrother were also at that game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of people at that game.
What? At a baseball
I know.
game?
I was a little actually surprised to see a Sox stadium so full, because I feel like I don't hear anyone talk about the Sox like ever. But
I mean, it's a summer baseball. It's a
I
summer
guess
sports
so.
event
On a Saturday.
in the city. Yeah.
Hmm.
So it makes sense.
It does make sense. But yeah, it was pretty good for the most part. Paid overpriced. I think I paid like $20 for a pretzel and cheese with a bottle of water. So really fair prices. Um, but
When I went to a Sox
yeah, you go on.
when I went to a Sox game, I bought a twisted tea and it was $13. So
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, as Vanessa and I were walking to our seats, we saw an advertisement for horchata that was $8.50. I was like, "Oh my god!" Vanessa ended up getting it because it was just only slightly more expensive than regular water. So, um, yeah, but it was pretty fun. What wasn't fun was the train ride home. Uh, we had to wait for like an hour for the train to come, which that was fine. It was actually really beautiful on Saturday night, just being in the city and stuff. Um, But once the train got there and we were sat in our seats, I don't know where they all came from, but basically it was like it's like a two level train. So like there's like a part on the ground and then you can go up some stairs to go to the top part. But like you can still
Mhm.
see the top part from the bottom. Like the middle is like hollowed out. So it's like
Oh.
yeah. So it's like there is a top part, but it's like a railing, and then you, if you quote unquote went over the railing, you would be in the first floor, whatever. Um,
Oh.
and that entire upper section got occupied by like drunk high schoolers, and like
Oh.
yeah, they were just being obnoxious the whole time. Um, yeah, they were just, I mean, it was drunk sporting fan high schoolers, so you can imagine the type of guys that those were. Um, and I felt like I was back in high school again, just with like the amount of things they were just screaming and doing and whatever up there. And
Uh-huh.
eventually, there was like a family a few seats behind us on the first floor that was yelling up at them, and then that just made the high schoolers become even more obnoxious to, rebel or whatever. I don't fucking know. Um,
Mm.
it was just very loud on that train car for like 45 minutes. um,
Ugh.
just those people yelling back and forth at each other. It was kind of awful. And I remembered why I don't like sports fans because of stuff like that. Um, and eventually, some of the loud ones left, but then apparently, people who were like above Vanessa and I, so like a place that we couldn't see above us, they were just like straight up wrestling,
Oh.
like in a confined place on the train back from Chicago, just casually wrestling. And the person who was like checking tickets or whatever, he like kind of went up to, he was like, "Hey guys, no wrestling on the train." They're like, "Oh, okay, sorry." And then like pretty much immediately the ticket guy just left, and then they just started wrestling again. Um,
Oh.
I I don't know what was going on. It was just way too many young people with alcohol in them, that have obnoxious egos and whatever, and that was kind of
Uh-huh.
awful. So
That sounds so fun.
yeah, it was like I said, flashbacks to the high school bus, which that if I want to be anywhere in my life, it's on a high school bus. Um,
Oh, fuck yeah.
yeah, uh, it was awful. But anyways, other than that, though, it was pretty fun. I think Vanessa and we got Taco Bell before I dropped her off, so that was pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
Um, and oh yeah, I didn't get Taco Bell. I got a blue raspberry slushy, which was pretty refreshing. Um, but yeah, we did
Mhm.
that. Rest of my week, not really all too much. I did play a lot of Red Dead, maybe a little more than I should have. But I was getting really into it this week, really getting into it story
Uh,
wise, and also just like I said to you, I was just kind of traveling around the map to all the places I hadn't been yet. Um,
mhm.
Very beautiful game. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah.
Because
It's
it was some of the northern parts that I hadn't gotten, and like some of those places are just like stunning, pretty much.
oh yeah.
I was like, oh
Yeah.
my god! Just like the more that I got to places, it's a very very beautiful map. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, but
I honestly
sorry, what's up?
sorry. I honestly think that Red Dead 2 is like that game I've sunk the most hours into, if I'm
Mm,
being honest. Like, I was on PlayStation when you like hover over a game on the home screen, it'll like there's a little rectangle that shows how many played hours you've had,
oh gosh,
and I think I have like 160 or something like that,
yeah.
and like there's just so much to do. The story is long,
Mm,
and uh, like everywhere you go, there's a fucking side mission. So it's like, and it's just like you said, it's gorgeous to even just look at. So just riding around the map, looking at shit, it's like you could sink hours into that.
yeah,
So
I mean that makes sense because I. Oh god, when did I buy this game? This is gonna make me really depressed. Uh,
it was like, I don't know,
what's up?
wasn't it like July or was it?
It may have been July. Anyways, in my one playthrough of it, I already have 93 hours in it, so yes.
Hmm. Holy shit.
Some of those are AFK, but not a lot of them. Um, but yeah, it's a very fun game. I do like it.
It is.
Mm. Um, Other than that, though, I was also attempting this week, and I was successful a few days of making myself forcing myself to do like productive work, for like 4 hours a
Mhm.
day, just having chunked out 4 hours, either working on, plaintive music, working on compositions, working on the guitar stuff, like I've been talking about for like probably a month now,
Right.
working on a website or whatever, like just setting aside like 4 hours each day to do things that I want to be doing for my future, because I need to start self-governing myself. And for it being the first
Well,
week, I think I did like a solid like 3 days of it. um, but so like that's okay for the first week. I just need to push myself more to not be distracted by Red Dead. But it was, I got some stuff done, especially composition wise, and real excited for some of those things. I was doing more things with the guitar as well, that I'm hoping will see the light of day. But I'm also gonna hopefully have my whole setup this week, and maybe try to start working on some playing of stuff as well, because I have so many. I think I don't remember if I said this on pod, but I have so many ideas that are just like going through my head, and mini songs
mhm.
that I make in my head and like record down, but not like professionally record. Well, quote unquote professionally.
Yeah.
And I just want to start getting some stuff back into action a little bit. Um,
Mhm.
because that's what I decided for my future. So uh,
I like that.
I gotta do it, or else, I don't know, die or something.
You wasted
Um,
4 years, you know?
yeah, that too. Waste 4 years, then die. Um, but yeah, and then today my mom and I went up to Chicago again, to the Art Institute, in Chicago. At some point we were talking about just like going to see an art museum, because I don't think I've ever gone to just see paintings and stuff before.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. There was like a Van Gogh exhibit that's there currently, where we just kind of learned about Van Gogh's style and who he was painting alongside, and got to see some really cool stuff from oh my god, I already forgot his name. Senyak, I think. I don't know. I took some pictures of the pictures, which you were allowed to do. Um,
Mhm.
it was it was there he is. Yeah, Paul Signac, Signac. He kind of did similar things to Van Gogh, but I don't know. I just really liked his style a lot that we saw in there. But we went through that whole exhibit, some cool stuff. We also went into the modern exhibit, so there was a lot of like modern art stuff in there, which,
Mhm.
as you can guess, was a little hit or miss. There was there was one that I thought was I didn't really get it at first. It was literally just a big pile of like vibrant colored candy like on the ground. Like it
Okay.
wasn't a painting or anything. It was just a bunch of candy on the ground. I'm like, interesting. And then someone told us, because my mom and I had just walked up to that one. They were telling us what the description of the sign says, and it was talking about. It was basically a painting for the AIDS, like talking about AIDS stuff. So that's why it was like
Oh.
rainbow colored, and like the original pile is supposed to be the weight of the average human male, and
Mhm.
people at some exhibits, I don't think at ours it was, but like at some places where it's exhibited, you're encouraged to take a piece, and then it's kind of like, oh man, I forgot exactly the description of it, but it was like taking a piece of the person's weight and taking it away, and like I don't know, I don't remember the exact significance of it, but it was actually it made me rethink that. I was like, oh, yes, yes, you know, um, but yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in there. There was a Pollock painting in there, Jackson Pollock,
Cool.
which a lot of
Nice
people,
splatter on it.
yeah, a lot of people like to come. like to
I'm
compare,
sorry.
like to compare to that. And I didn't think I would. I didn't think a lot. I didn't think I would like it. But like actually in person, a pollock is really interesting because you can just there's like a lot of
Mm,
like texture on it. So like you can see part like it's like basically like 3D. I don't know.
mm,
It was really it was interesting, you know. Um, but those are pretty cool. And then we just went through the whole like impressionism exhibit, and we spent
mm.
like how long did we spend in there? About like 6.5 hours just walking through
Wow.
there and looking at stuff. It was cool. I liked it. I've never actually, like I said, I've never actually like gone to an art exhibit like that before, so it's
Yeah,
very intriguing. Um, yeah,
I've always wanted to go to. I've always wanted to go to the like one of the art museums in Chicago.
yeah.
Like I know, like I want to do the whole Ferris Bueller thing.
Did they
The
go to
whole
the Art
scene where they're.
Institute in?
I think so. It's either the Art Institute or some other art museum, but there's
Mm,
like that whole scene where they're going through the museum, and it's that one famous painting of like the park
yes,
and
yeah,
the
yeah. We
camera
saw that
just
one.
staring at it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it might have been that museum then.
Yeah.
But like, I've always wanted to go to that one just because like I love Ferris Bueller so much, and it'd be super cool to see all this shit. But
Just wanted the Ferris
um,
Bueller picture.
yeah, but you gotta say Van Gogh's name correctly, Mike. Come on,
Well, was I not saying Van
it's
Gogh correctly?
it's Van, it's Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Aren't you just a little
Come on.
art snob over there?
Yeah, I am. All right. I like um, Dali and um,
Hmm.
that that picture of the thing that got shredded and then sold for like $1 billion or whatever.
I don't think I know that one.
Yeah, there's like a simple painting that got shredded and then
Mm,
it sold for like millions. So
wow.
you know, modern art kind of stuff.
Yeah, there and when we were in
Um,
the modernist exhibit, there were a few of those like solid colors type things.
mhm.
And there were a couple of them that I found cool. Like there was one that was like six solid colors or so, like lined up next to each other. But like the way I don't know if it was the way they were like ordered or like the vibrancy of it, it looked really strange when you were just standing right in front of it. Um,
Mm.
I don't know, like it was like the order of the colors or something like that just made your eyes like kind of like dart back and forth between them in a strange way.
Uh,
It was cool. And then there was one that was just like this solid dark crimson red or something. And at first I was like,
mhm.
I don't know. But then I heard like some people talking behind me. It's like, it's really interesting how when you just like stare at it, like there's like more colors to it. Like there's different shades kind of within it. And like the textures of
Mm.
it kind of make it pop a little bit more. And I was like, I actually do kind of see it a little bit. I see it a little bit. um, I don't know.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Modern art is an interesting thing, um, but and then there was like one part of the exhibit that like straight up just looked like photos you'd see in like a Playboy magazine.
Oh,
it's
okay.
just it's just boobed girls in front of motorcycles. I was like, okay.
Hell yeah.
I was like, I think this is just from your average '80s magazine for dudes, but yeah, but yeah, it's pretty. It was a pretty cool experience. I would recommend going to that art institute at some point. There's a lot of cool
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, we didn't even see like most of it, but
Mm.
it's pretty cool.
Really? After 6.5 hours?
Well, I mean, we also took our time looking at, especially like the impressionist paintings and stuff, because my mom and I both like that style of painting.
Uh,
There's just a lot to look at and stare at and take in, But
mm.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely like to do that.
And then afterwards, right across the street, there's a Korean hot dog place or Korean corn dog place, and I
Mhm.
convinced my mom to go to that. She got like dumplings and fries or something like that, but excuse me, I got a churro corn dog. So like
Uh,
Korean corn dog is a corn dog, but it has like sugar and stuff on the outside, pretty much.
Mm.
The churro one I had churro flavored stuff, but also like sweet potatoes on the outside of it. And also with Korean corn dogs, from what I understand, you can get like the mozzarella in there, or the sausage, or the mozzarella and the sausage. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I did. A little mozzarella, a little sausage in there with the churro. It was actually
Mm-hmm.
very good. I was very happy I had one of those.
Look tasty.
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
that's pretty much my week. I guess I also listened to The Glow Part 2 by the Microphones. It's the album with the
Okay.
elephant on the front of it. I believe,
Okay.
yeah, Mount Erie, I'm forgetting the guy's name right now.
Bro, look at me.
Yeah, from that album, what's his name?
Yeah, no, I don't know his name. I just
Uh,
know.
Mount Erie name. Phil Elverum. Yeah, Phil Elverum. This was kind of like it was his group and a bunch of other band members for the Microphones. Um,
Mm.
and the album's very critically acclaimed. I listened to it. I did like it. I need to listen to it more to fully understand how I feel about the whole thing. But there's a lot of like creative things going on in it, and I think it's well worth a listen.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty cool, like folky, but noisy at the same time. I don't know. It's interesting. The reason I listened to it was because I know the Quadeca album. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, it's a little bit like Glow Part 2 mixed with Bon Iver or whatever," and I could definitely see some of the things that Ben was pulling from me, or not from me to you. I didn't mean to haunt you
Mm-hmm.
on there, but
That's cool.
yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all
All
of it.
right. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Uh, I mean, music news. I already said that the Hozier album came out.
Mm.
Um, I think 21 Pilots are doing a live show next month for like charity or something.
I did see something about that,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, Camp Flog Gnaw, Tyler the Creator's festival.
Mm.
The the uh, the the artists that are going to be playing there were announced today, and Kendrick and Baby Keem are going to be performing together
Ooh,
under the name Hillbillies.
nice.
Um, I think it's because I think they released that song earlier this summer.
Mm.
So that'll be cool. Maybe we'll get a collab album from them under that name.
Maybe.
That'd be cool. I think SZA's gonna be there. Rex, Kelly Cheese.
Nice.
It's got a good amount of big names.
That's a
It
good.
looks
Sounds like
like
a good lineup.
yeah. I mean, it's something I would never be able to go to, but it's cool to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That happened. I don't know if anything else real big happened music wise.
Not that I can think of.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
can't really think of anything.
I mean, Brad and Ronnie Radke are back at it again.
Oh, of course,
Of course.
those two lovers,
Yeah. When are they gonna kiss?
I
You
don't
know?
know. At some point, it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Tina better watch out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but
Oh my god!
that
Somehow you forgot to mention that Tyler the Creator is gonna be at Camp Flogna.
how could I forget? How could I have forgotten?
It's gonna be great.
um, yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a full Tyler release this year.
You don't think so?
I don't think so because like it's already August and it's
Mm.
like usually he releases in the summer, around the summer, and it's like, I mean,
It's
like
possible we
he
could get a
released.
fall release, but
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, he could announce something at the festival or whatever, but like he released the estate sale and that was about it. So
mm.
I don't know. I'm kind of I'll cross my fingers,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. I'm not feeling too good about it.
I feel like at this moment I'm a little 50-50, but of course, as the time goes on, it may drop a little
Yeah.
bit. Because he also, at least with Call Me If You Get Lost, I think also with Igor, if I remember correctly, though, they were
All
pretty
right.
much like word of them only started like a week before those albums came out, and then they were just kind of dropped. So
Yeah, that's
it,
true. That's true.
yeah, it could just kind of be, oh, there it is,
Yeah.
but
I don't know, because I feel like Tyler, he's more of like a summer artist to me. So like
depends on what he's
having his
making,
albums come out, yeah, like I don't know, I wouldn't mind like a later release, but I feel like Tyler in the summer, those I feel like that him and that season go together like fucking peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, I would agree.
So, yeah, that festival got announced. Yeah, I don't know about any other music news.
I don't think I heard
Do you,
anything.
yeah. Do you know the streamer? He's pretty big.
Oh,
Um,
good transition.
I show speed.
Yes.
Yeah. I was scrolling on Twitter. I'm not a bit. I've never watched a speed stream or anything. I've seen clips of him. Obviously, there's like the big clips of his like bombastic reactions and shit like that. But I was on the trending tab and I saw I show meat, and I was like, what is that? And then I saw his penis. So
Yeah, it's a road we all go down.
really funny clip.
Yeah.
Just because did you see the clip?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. He's playing Five Nights at Freddy's, and then he like saying that he was gonna fuck Chica. So he starts humping at the camera. Yeah. He's pulling your cock out.
Yeah. He's pulling his cock. Yeah.
So like, it happens, and he goes, "Oh my god!" And then the clip ends.
Yep.
So that was funny. Do you know who Aiden Ross is?
Yes. Yeah, I also heard about this part of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, he streams. He's a controversial figure. He's a big like Andrew Tate guy.
Yep.
And he was streaming, and people were saying like they were talking about the I Show Meat incident, and he was like, I don't care about his cock, guys. I've seen it a million times, and it's funny to me. But then people were like, didn't he just turn 18?
Yep.
Didn't I Show Speed just turn 18? So
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's the best way to describe that. Just yeah.
So you can understand why he might be friends with Andrew Tate, I guess. But
I guess so.
So that was a little funny.
Yeah, that was a surprise to see. I think it was definitely critical where I first saw it from when he was talking about it. I was like, bro, what?
Yeah. First you got Kai Cenat starting a fucking mob in New York, and now you got I Show Speed just pulling his cock out live on stream.
Yeah,
Probably many children.
That's one of the points that Charlie was making, because there's some people trying to argue that it was like intentional or something, that he was doing it as a publicity stunt, and it's like,
No.
Charlie's like, I don't think I Show Speed is stupid enough to, one, have a do that in front of his mainly younger audience, and two, do it in front of his mainly younger audience while playing Five Nights at Freddy's. It's and he was like, if that was intentional, there's probably going to be some other consequences. It definitely.
No, I definitely don't think that was intentional.
Yeah.
Stupid, yes, extremely, but intentional? No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that certainly was something.
Mm. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Trump got indicted again.
Did he actually?
Yeah.
I feel like this is said every week.
Yeah. In the last 4 weeks, I think it's been said every time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he got indicted in Georgia for interfering with, the election results.
Mm-hmm.
Him, Rudy Giuliani, a bunch of other Republicans who tried to like overturn shit in Georgia were all indicted. So, and these are like the big boy ones. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like he's
Big boy
actually gonna get a
indictments.
mugshot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's actually gonna get a mugshot, which is gonna be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That's gonna be on so many shirts. You're
That's,
gonna see so many Etsy shirts
yeah.
with Trump's mugshot on.
Especially if he
Um,
runs again, like I think he's talked about, like that's just gonna
oh,
be everywhere.
uh, um, and like I think the Georgia court was like, if you talk about this, like if you talk about the indictment and you like bringing attention to yourself and everything, the trial's just gonna happen sooner.
Mm-hmm.
So don't talk about it because he's gonna go to fucking Truth Social or a rally and he's just gonna be like, they indicted me again.
Mm-hmm.
And they got me and I did nothing wrong. And then Georgia's gonna be like, all right, we're gonna do it now. So, and that one could be televised, and I'm very
Yeah, I
excited
heard
for
about that as well. Yeah.
that. Yeah, it's just really funny because like he can't really. I think I heard that those charges he wouldn't be able to pardon himself
Mm-hmm.
on. So yeah, and apparently like his like polling results for people who would want to vote for him have like really fucking tanked. So
Yeah.
hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Well, he hasn't won an election yet, so
True
at least by
that.
popular vote, by popular. Um,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, that was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't know.
You have school coming up, don't you? Next
I
week.
do. I do have starts
How
on Monday.
how you feeling? What you got going on in your life? This camera, this camera, this camera. You know.
uh, I'm feeling okay about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's last fall. It's like the polar opposite of how my shit went last fall. Because last fall I only took, I think, like 3 classes.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like I was off on Mondays and everything. So like, but like every day of my week this upcoming semester is pretty booked.
Oof.
Like Monday I only have 1 class, but the rest I have 2 classes on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I have a lab for my teach class on Fridays, which starts at like 7:30 and goes till 12, I think.
Hmm.
So that sucks.
How many separate courses do you have?
4.
4. Okay.
Yeah, I have 4, but then they have the lab
Yeah,
for
4 plus
my
lab.
teach class.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I think I saw that I got my assignment for where I'll be doing my the lab at like what high school I'll be doing it at,
Oh.
and it's at like I won't say where it is, but it's like 40 minutes away. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah, so I'm gonna be waking up at like 5,
Awesome.
and and getting ready and driving to that every Friday morning.
We'll get to hear about it every day on the pod.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be very fun.
Mm,
But that doesn't start till like middle of next month or something. So
yeah.
I got time. But I'm pretty excited for the semester. I think I had taken mostly history classes. I got one that's like Civil War and the Reconstruction.
Hmm.
I have History 200, which I think it's a World War One class,
Okay.
and then I had a History of Chinese Civilization.
Oh.
So, and I took a History of East Asia class a couple semesters ago, and that was really interesting. And it's the same professor, so and she was great. So, should be cool. I'm excited for it. I'm a little nervy for the teacher one, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll rethink my whole fucking life.
You'll do your best.
But yeah, I'll try.
Mm.
But yeah, but yeah, it should be okay. I'll let you guys know how it goes. But
Perfect.
next week should be pretty fucking mundane and like, oh, here's the syllabus.
Oh,
and stuff like that, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to mock me, Mike.
No, you just sounded like Canadian or something there for a second. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
syrup, maple syrup, and
Yeah, man.
flapjacks.
Flapjack?
Mm-hmm.
I never
The
watched.
Misadventures of Flapjack.
I honestly did not like that show.
That's fair. It was weird.
Yeah. Maybe I'd like it more now. I don't know, but
I don't know. It's weird, But like Knuckles, I liked Knuckles, Captain Knuckles. I think it was Clancy Brown, Mr. Krabs. So,
no.
But yeah, I mean, maybe go watch that. I guess.
Okay. Yeah, go check out. Adventures
Check out this
Flapjack.
15-year-old cartoon.
Yeah. I almost said Fanboy and Chum Chum for some reason, but
Oh god.
don't check out that one.
Nah.
Never watched.
Go check
it?
out Mr. Meaty.
Yeah, Mr. Meaty. Yeah, there you go. Give yourself some nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you ever catch an episode of that at all?
No, I don't think so. I've seen clips of it.
Yeah, I have vague memories of watching that show, and it was always nightmare fuel. So
Yeah.
and then I remember like on Adult Swim, there was this weird trend of like these movies that were they were either thumbs, they were like just people's hands, and they were like different characters. Like there was a Frankenstein one. There was like a Star Wars parody, I feel. And there was just like it was like there were at least like 3 or 4 movies that were just like thumbs.
Interesting.
And then there was, I think the Frankenstein one was like, you know how people put like googly eyes on their chins and then their mouth will be. Yeah, I feel like the Frankenstein one was just those. It was just the bottom of people's chins.
This sounds like a. I don't remember how you prefaced this story. Did you say this was Adult Swim?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say this sounds like Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just like I have vague memories of it, but I've never seen anyone else talk about it. So either I made that up in my mind, or
it's entirely possible.
It's real. I feel like I gotta look it up.
Maybe if you made it up, maybe you have to make the show and pitch it to Cartoon Network.
I might.
Just gotta get some googly eyes and a green face paint, and you'll be good.
That'd be perfect. Also, the 1975 are playing Chicago in October. Oh. They announced that. Would love to go to that, but also it's on a Sunday, so maybe not. I would love to see them at some point, but here, Adult Swim thumb.
Adult Swim thumb. I feel like you'll get more than you expect with that result. So it was like a full
Thumbs!
out
Exclamation
show.
mark.
It wasn't like a short.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, okay, I'm seeing it now. They made a bunch of different parodies. There was Thumb Wars, the Phantom Cuticle, um, a Star Wars parody. Bat Thumb, Franken Thumb, Thumbtanic. Uh,
Thumbtanic, as in Titanic.
yeah.
Nice.
Here, I'm gonna send you the link to this.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
So apparently it was just like film
Thumbs.
ads and shit like that. Yeah.
Wait, you just literally sent me the the Wikipedia page to like an actual
Yeah.
thumb.
Yeah. Oh wait, what?
Yeah, to like an actual thumb is what you sent me.
No, I didn't.
No, I'm serious. That's where it took me. The Wikipedia
I
page for
sent you
just
a link for
normal.
thumbs! Exclamation mark.
Wait, it said
Not to be confused
redirected
with
from thumbs. Wait. I'm serious. The link you gave me just sent me to the
What
medical the medical page for thumbs.
Oh,
The thumb is the
look
first
up
digit of the
thumbs.
hand.
Thumbs! Exclamation mark.
Thumbs exclamation mark. I get a Sabrina Carpenter song first.
Oh,
Show is what I'm gonna say. Thumbs show. All thumbs, bat thumb. I
yeah.
mean, these look kind of right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The under filmettes, it should have the poster for Bat Thumb.
Yeah, I see bat thumb here. It looks
Yeah.
like a
So
classic.
yes. So this is what I spent my young childhood watching, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just like people's faces superimposed on the thumbs.
The Blair thumb.
the God thumb. Thumb debate 08.
A 6-minute parody of the 2008 Obama versus McCain presidential debates. Wow. I'm sure that aged amazingly.
Oh shit. There's a new one coming out. Oh wait, there was one that came out in May, I guess. Thumb Wars: The Thighs of Sky Skipper.
Yeah, I see that.
Apparently he worked on Planet Sheen. What?
Oh.
Steve Odekirk.
Yeah, I was seeing that.
He was the co-creator. That's crazy. I mean, that show sucked ass. So
he collaborated with Jim Carrey a lot, I guess.
Oh wow. What else did he work on?
He also made Barnyard.
What? No way.
He also, I guess, also was part of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, just normal Jimmy Neutron.
Dude. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Okay. This is crazy shit.
What? Yeah, this is groundbreaking news.
My life has changed.
My life has never felt more impacted than it has now.
Yeah. After the Barnyard, 2007 to 2011. That's crazy.
I never watched that one either.
What? Did you ever see the movie at least?
Nope.
What? Dude, come on. That shit was actually kind of emotional.
Was it now?
Yeah. The cow, Otis, his dad, he sang like a Johnny Cash song as he was fighting off coyotes trying to save the chickens in the coop.
Mm.
And then all the coyotes like brutally murdered him.
Oh.
And then I think there's like a whole revenge arc with the cows trying to get to the coyotes.
Wow.
And then fucking Otis had a kid at the end with this girl cow. And then that was made into a show called Back at the Barnyard.
You know, why weren't there any? Why didn't I see any of that at the Art Institute?
You would think,
Yeah.
Fucking, there's nothing there's nothing more artistic than Back at the Barnyard and Barnyard.
Yeah, I've seen some stills from that show. It looks phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
3D
you
animation
have
has
to.
never gotten better.
No, I mean, at least it looked better than Jimmy Neutron did back in the day.
Well,
But
yeah.
like, um, I loved that show. You have to have seen the clip of the lady going, "There's cows outside," and her husband's like, "We're on a cow farm. There's gonna be cows outside." No,
I don't think so.
what? Come on.
I appreciate
That's
the
a good clip.
imitations, but
uh, it's childhood, man. What the fuck did you watch if it wasn't Back at the Barnyard?
basically everything else that was on Nick at the time. Timmy Turner, Jimmy Neutron, SpongeBob.
Timmy Turner,
Yeah, Fairly
a
Odd
Fairly
Parents.
Odd Parents.
Okay,
Come on.
you do what I meant. I also said SpongeBob. I didn't say SpongeBob SquarePants.
Okay, but SpongeBob is, nobody says SpongeBob SquarePants.
Uh-huh. And no one says Fairly Odd Parents. Drake and Josh, iCarly,
oh,
Victorious.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah.
not Bungers.
Not Zoe 101 though. I never watched Zoe 101.
I watched a little bit of Zoe 101, but it was on like Teen Nick. I was learning how to be a teen. I was like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm watching an older show. I don't remember anything about
it. What about Ned's Declassified?
Oh yeah, that's a fantastic one.
I love Ned's Declassified.
Yeah.
Fucking toot toot. Fucking Coconut Head.
Coconut Head.
Yeah, Mose. Had a huge crush on Mose back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Cookie.
The janitor.
They have a Mose, Ned, and Cookie have a podcast now.
Yeah, I've seen some clips from that actually on TikTok.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's like a big surge of like child TV show like characters having like podcasts now. Because I think after Jenna Fisher and Angela, whatever her name is from The Office, started doing like the Office Ladies podcast. Been a big surge of like people like, oh, we can make money off this shit still. since they're not making fucking residuals, they gotta make their money on podcasts.
Right. I know like Joel McHale and Ken Jeong were doing one for Community for a while as well.
Yeah, I remember I watched like an episode of that, I think, because they had like everybody on or whatever. Yeah, like the Harper and you didn't watch. Did you watch Wizards of Waverly Place? You said you watched the movie. It's
I watched the show as well. That's one of like the only Disney shows I did watch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Harper and the dad have a podcast, and then I think there's a show called Scrubs that my dad loves, and I love
I've heard
as well.
of Scrubs.
It's super fucking good, super funny. But JD and Turk have a podcast. I think some other child show, like kid show actors do it as well, but like it's a big thing right now.
Yeah, like some commentary channel made a video on it. I don't remember who it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oversaturating the market, man.
Yeah.
This is why we're not getting views.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking. I've been on TikTok, like I do,
Yes.
And there's just this page that uploads like full episodes of SpongeBob, and they're like, "Stop scrolling, watch this," and I'm like, "Okay."
I like SpongeBob.
So huh?
I like SpongeBob.
Yeah, I do like SpongeBob.
Yeah.
So I watched the chocolate episode.
Classic.
I watched the Bubble Bowl episode.
Classic.
Yeah, so I love old SpongeBob so much. But, yeah.
Yeah.
A little nostalgia for it. Where are we at time-wise, Mike?
We're at an hour 4, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to get into the song of the week?
We can do that. So, it
Yeah.
is me up first this week. One other thing that I was re-listening through more this week was the Caroline Polachek album that came out a little bit earlier this year called Desire, I Want to Turn Into You.
Okay.
I was kind of re-listening through that, and I was actually liking it a lot more this time through. So, yeah, I'm going to go with one from there. The song is called Billions by Caroline Polachek. All right, that was Billions by Caroline Polachek. What did you think of that, Colin?
I thought it was pretty good. Pretty interesting. I liked the different kind of like electronic production there was.
Mm.
Her voice is very nice. Yeah, I don't know much about her. I recognize the album cover. I think Hive Mind might have talked about her at some point.
Mm.
But I like the song. I thought it was.
Sorry, I was just gonna say Brad's brought her up a couple times before too.
Oh, it might have been Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I've looked at this album to listen to it at one point, but I just haven't.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I thought the song was pretty interesting, pretty cool. I like the production.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, this has been growing on me this last few times I've been listening to it. Yeah, there's a lot of good like hooks and stuff on here. Her voice is very great throughout. Production's usually pretty good throughout as well. Yeah, it's just a really solid pop album that I'm kind of just starting to get the vibe of. But I really love the outro of that song specifically with like the vocal harmonies and everything. It's really nice.
Oh yeah, really pretty.
Yeah, it's something I've loved since my first listen to the album. But the whole song though is pretty cool. It has a lot of good stuff going on. Yeah. What do you got in store for us today, Mr. Colin, Mr. Bear?
Yeah, the Bear. I listened to Toxicity earlier this week, but I don't know, man. This Hozier album, I think I gotta go something up with that.
Toxicity or Hozier?
Real similar there.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the songs I really loved off Unreal Unearth was a little ditty called "Who We Are." So I'm gonna go with "Who We Are" by Hozier.
All right.
All right, that was "Who We Are" by Hozier. What do you think, Mike?
I really like that. Obviously, Hozier's voice, like you're saying, very good, very raspy, but also got that softness to it in his falsetto. Really good. I like the piano in there a lot, and also like the instrumental bridge that was happening was really nice too. It was a pretty cool track.
Oh yeah. Fucking, I don't know. I was really liking the album up to this point. I think the third song or first song is called Francesca. That one was the first one I was like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, I don't know, man. Hozier's sultry Irish fucking, it made me cream myself. I'm just gonna be honest.
some high appraisal.
Yeah, man. It's really fucking good. I loved the way his voice got a little higher there. I like the little minute, like towards the end, like a minute before it ends, like the loud instrumental with the higher vocals there. But I don't know, man. I love that song a lot. There were a couple other songs on that. I was like, God damn. But really good record, really good song. Really excited to keep listening to that one.
Yeah, I'll have to check that one out. Stay in the loop.
Highly recommend it. But yeah. All right. Well, we got a little thing that we do every 5 episodes, where we spin a wheel and the wheel has a bunch of artists on it, and whoever it lands on, we have to listen to the discography of that artist and get back to you next week on what we thought on every one of
Yeah.
those albums. Little series called Artist Analysis. Been doing it for a minute.
You may have heard of it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it earlier this week, but like every time a semester starts, we have an artist analysis.
Has that really happened?
It has happened every semester.
Awesome.
It's fucking. It's like so perfectly timed out.
Maybe
It's
maybe the
weird.
semesters go off of our artist analysis schedule. I think that's really what's going on here.
Quite possibly could be.
Yeah. Because of that, though, I was gonna ask you: do you want to omit anyone or anything like that, since it is, you know, first week of school and also second week of work for you? Or, I mean,
I
up
mean,
to
I think first week of school is like fine for longer things. So I think it should be okay.
all right. Famous last words. Drake artist
Shit, how you
analysis.
doing?
Here we
Hi
come.
guys.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, can I change the perspective? Maybe. Yes. There it is.
Oh.
All right, there's the wheel.
All right. There's not a lot on there anymore.
Yeah, we gotta refill it a
We
little
do.
bit.
Oh.
Uh-uh.
All right.
Alright.
Yeah.
Woo!
Wait.
Yeah.
I can do that too. So audio listeners, love you to death. We just rolled Nothing But Thieves.
Whoa!
Yeah, those silly little Brits from over in Britland.
Over in Brit-
Yeah.
over in the Uck.
Yeah. Very topical too. Just got a new album this year out, so cool. Last time we
and
put their name in a title, we got a lot of views. So.
Yeah, sure. And we're about a month away from our concert, so
That's true. Yeah, it's even topical because of that too. Yeah.
yeah. Give me my money, Mike.
I just thought of that when you said it too. $35. I still know the price. I still.
It's okay. I think every time Nothing But Thieves come up, you've been like, I still gotta pay you back for that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all right. It's okay. No rush. But a little rush.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be
Feeling a
next
big
week.
time rush.
We'll be big time. I remember watching that show too.
I watched that one also. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
I think no.
Huh?
Never mind. I remember seeing. I watched this movie with the girl that was in that show.
The
I think
younger sister.
It was called Cherry. Yeah, it was called Cherry. It had
Yeah.
Tom Holland in it.
Yeah.
Like the Russo brothers. Not a great movie, but she was in it. And I was like, I recognize her, and it was like, big time rush. That's it, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, yeah. So next week we'll be listening to the discography of Nothing But Thieves and rating and reviewing it for your listening and reviewing pleasure.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Well, cool. I guess we will be back with you guys next week on that. But before we go, we got some announcements to make. And by announcements, I mean things that you definitely have never heard before. Like, for instance, did you know that this podcast is on YouTube?
What?
News to me as well.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah. I only knew that because, I upload it there. But Colin, he's here for a good time, But
for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But if you're listening on streaming services, you can find us over there on YouTube under BrokeN Bois, capital N Bois, where you can see our beautiful profile pictures of Mr. Guy from The Bear and Howard Hamlin. What's his name again?
Carmi.
Carmen from The Bear. You come see him yelling at someone about lamb sauce, and Howard just being a respectable lawyer.
Yeah.
But also over on YouTube, though, you can find links to all of our stuff. We got Song of the Week playlist down there, which, you can find your Who We Are by Hozier or Billions by Caroline Polachek. You can find those in our separate playlists. We got one for me and one for Colin, but we also have it combined with all of our artists that we have chosen, along with all of our guests for all these years. Go check those out. Yes. A lot of variety in there. We chose 2 pop songs today, but you may get Christmas, you may get Deathy Grips, you may get Hyperpop, may get Phoebe Bridgers. Yeah. I'm guessing. I trying to think of some old Panic at the Disco.
Old Panic, 21 Pilots, Billy. You'll get fucking Rage Against the Machine at one point.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's another good one in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of Kendrick too. A lot of Kendrick also.
Oh yeah, a lot of Kendrick.
But a lot of variety in there. Go and check it out. Yeah. Yeah. It's like 3 AJR or something in there. Go check those out. It's an adventure of a playlist. We also got things for us personally. For me, I got a Spotify and Apple Music down there where I release my own music under the name Plaintive. I have an album out called Coping Mechanism. Out now, as of last year.
Go check that shit out. Yeah. It's really fucking good.
Yeah, and hopefully there'll be more stuff there in the near future as well, because I'm going to really start harping down on myself to get work done when I have nothing forcing me to get work done. And besides the everlasting need for money. I got those. I got an Album of the Year page where I rate and review music. I got my YouTube page where I will be posting a guitar cover fairly soon. I swear by it. And Instagram, I think I've got TikTok. I have I don't know. I think that's it. I have a piece of my brain missing.
How long have we been doing this, man? Come on.
Too long.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyways,
next episode.
Yeah, Nothing But Thieves will be our last episode. They're nothing but thieves. They even thieved our podcast. Yeah. Mr. Colin over there, though. Thank you. He also has an Album of the Year page where he rates and reviews music. Go check that out. Maybe Hozier review, maybe?
Yeah, I'll put it up there once I get another listen in.
There we go. Can go see that, the fresh thoughts of potential Album of the Year material from him. I got that. Mm-hmm. He also has an Instagram page where he reviewed albums and rated them as well. Colin, what do you have to say about that page?
All I'll say is that it's a national treasure.
Yeah, I agree. Couldn't have said that better myself.
It's like the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah. Once again, I think I actually was reading about it while I was at the Art Institute. About that Instagram page.
Yeah. They actually teach a course at it at the college I go to.
Really?
So.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a history course.
It's
like a music history course.
Yeah. You got to memorize your reviews.
Yeah, you got to memorize what I rated the albums and, just which albums I did. So it's a pretty easy class. But
they should make a class like that for Fantano.
I can see it happening.
He gave it a light 7. Wrong, decent 7.
That's just fucking hive mind.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they gotta start getting grades that can go towards an education on that channel. um, but yeah, you can go check that out. But Colin also has a letterbox where he rates and reviews movies. Any new things up on there?
Not yet. I do plan on watching a couple of movies soon. I want to watch Fargo and the Flash movie that came out this year is streaming next week, so I'll watch that, review it. But yeah, the last thing I have on there is Oppenheimer and Barbie, so
There
you
you
can go
go.
check those out.
Those are classics.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the racist Spider-Man got removed, not because of Colin, but because of I don't know.
Oh, I did watch that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched it just to see how bad it was. Shit was 2 hours long.
Oh my God.
And like,
were there any like
probably a good half?
I was gonna say, are there any like undertones through there?
Not really. There weren't any like racist moments, I wouldn't say, but there was like maybe one black character.
Awesome.
Yeah. But pretty poorly acted all around.
Mm.
And
You were saying about halfway through.
There was about a half hour worth of just like stock footage of like drone shots of New York. So, good stuff.
Yeah.
The movie's really poorly lit. The dialogue's kind of ass. There were a couple of moments where like the CGI was okay, but there were also moments where it looked like a PlayStation 3 game.
Awesome.
Yeah, the only thing that was good about the movie was the way the suit looked. The suit was actually really well done, but everything else, pretty fucking ass, and it was way too fucking long. So
nice.
Yeah, I think I like there was like a half hour left, and I just kind of skipped through it.
That's fair.
Because I was bored. So, don't recommend that one. But I did watch it. Forgot about that.
There you go. How could you forget?
How could I?
But yeah, there you go. There's an advertisement for Colin's Letterboxd right there. He will watch it so you don't have to.
Yeah.
But got those. He also runs our TikTok page as well as our Twitter page where you can find funny clips and little updates to anything that we need and our posting schedule and all that. We love him for that. Yeah. And
you forgot about something, Mike.
Yeah, I was gonna say I forgot about some proximity based humor that we like to make.
Yeah. Where would you say you are in relation to the viewer?
Right behind.
Or listener. Right behind them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Just like on their heels.
Yes.
Or,
like about as close as a human body can be, without
being inside of that person.
Yes.
Like phasing through them.
Right. Yeah. We're not phasing. Like if you like put like a piece of paper between us, that's about as far from contact as I am from them.
Damn, that's so close.
Yeah. How about you though? How far are you? Where are you in relation to them?
I'm in front of them. I'm not like right on their toes, but I'm a good like half step away from them. I don't want to make them too uncomfortable yet. Because we still have to do what you're gonna explain right now.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'm just gonna literally reach my arms up and give you a nice little hug from behind. Little surprise. And Colin's gonna take that half step, and he's gonna embrace you as well. And then as we embrace next to your head, you'll just hear like a.
It's gonna be like that guy at McDonald's Friday night.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be like the guy at McDonald's, except it'll be our lips, um,
Oh,
and no food. Um, but
well,
it's a gesture of love and appreciation for you being a great supporter of us. And if you want to endure one of these love cages, as we call them, you can drop your Addy below, and we will get back to you at some point in the next 50 years. I think that's about how long I got. So, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You think you're gonna live below the average, or? You think?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think you are too.
Thanks, man.
Well,
I've always been below average. Anyways, next week we will talk about nothing but thieves and have a whole bunch of nice things to say for those British boys.
yes, those little British men.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Bye.
bye.